My next guest is a man I have a lot of respect for, without a doubt, one of the most celebrated in the world, perhaps the most celebrated disc jockey in this part of the world. So much so, he taught me how to get started in being a disc jockey in about 30 minutes. 30 years spanning of career. I'm gone further to be an author as well. Ladies and gentlemen, DJ Jimmy Jatt. How are you, sir? Thank you so much for coming through.
Yeah,
thank you so much
always
for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
30 years of being in the business, evolved, reinvented yourself. You've gone further to pursue being an author. What would you say is the key factor in those 30 years that you've been able to evolve?
The key factor would be, I mean, without taking anything away, first of all, first element would be the grace of God. Second would be passion for what you do.
Right.
You know, so I mean, if you enjoy what you do, if you really derive a lot of satisfaction from it, you will always, you know, want to do it over and over again, and then even reinvent yourself, like you said, and, you know, make it get better with it. You know, so for me, I think that's more of it. You know, in terms of I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. So, and then the love and appreciation that you get from people, again, you know, keeps you going. So, yeah.
Absolutely. I know that a lot of DJs might not necessarily, maybe the new generation DJs might not necessarily understand why you are called Africa's #1. You actually won a competition to back that up. How far ago was that?
In 1989, I guess. 89, yeah. And the good thing was there was never anyone after that.
Right.
So you might want to say I'm still the Renaissance. You know, I always like the fact that, you know.
No, it happened again. That's the only.
And the last champion is the last champion.
It's the last champion still.
So,
except another one happens.
Except they do another one, you know, but for now, that's the last one so far.
Do you think anything like that is missing? Do you think there's a need to have like an African?
There are DJ championships anyway. I mean, there's ZMC, there are a whole lot of DJ championships there and there. I've organized a few in the past, it's called Battlefield, you know. So there are other ones, it doesn't necessarily have to be that African
on that level, yeah.
You know, but, you know, there are DJ championships to just let battle DJs come on, you know, let's just have that spot, you know. It doesn't necessarily mean the best DJ will always win. It's just the man that comes with the best speed on the day.
At that time, yeah. This question, obviously, it's you're the only person I'll probably ask this question because in 2006 that was Styley, right?
Yes, 2006. Yeah.
And 6. At the time, there was no DJ with music and a video of that caliber. I mean, of even any video at all.
Yeah.
A lot of people now would say they don't necessarily understand why a DJ has music. Being the first in this part of the world, can you just explain that?
Okay, so for me at that time, I think the need was in, you know, constantly reinventing yourself and looking at new grounds and say, and of course as a DJ, you definitely have ears for music a lot, you know. So for me, it wasn't even so much of making record like an artist.
Right.
It was creating a platform where artists can, you know, be what exactly they want to be, because truly I've noticed in the course of my career as a DJ that a lot of artists make records, but that's not really who they are.
Right.
I know a lot of rappers that sing.
That's right.
I know a lot of singers that probably would love to make a rap song.
Right.
If you understand what I'm saying.
Perfectly.
So, but when they get signed onto a record label, the record label probably have an idea of the direction they want the artist to go. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the artist then deviate from what normally he would love to do. So what I thought was, let me create a platform where just come be yourself.
True.
So I'm not trying to be the artist. I'm just trying to, you know, create a platform where you can invite this person and you don't have to say stick with any direction.
Right.
So if you notice, the first single I dropped would be Styley.
Right.
You look at the 3 artists on that. Mode 9, for instance, that's perhaps the most commercial vibe that you've gotten from him up to date.
True.
He normally would not do that type of music on his own album. A Two-Face, for instance, would not be that hard in terms of trying to lean in the rap direction or hip hop direction on his own record, because that's not the direction of his projects as an artist. So
True.
it was more or less creating an alternative platform for people to, although all that's changed now.
It has.
But initially that was the whole idea. And for me, it was a make or break project. It was something I felt like if it worked, it would open the doors for DJs to do a lot more in that direction. If it failed, I don't think we'll have as many DJs making records right now. So
Absolutely
for
not.
me, I'm always excited that that
It
whole
worked.
idea worked. Yeah.
Fast forward a few years later, there are a lot of DJs doing it right now. And do you think some DJs might have lost competence in the process of pursuing music to gain relevance?
I think people, like a lot of stuff turned around. A lot of other DJs, some DJs right now, not every one of them, a few DJs, think is the best way to get popular. Now, that wasn't the essence. The essence was you are a popular DJ. You might as well let some other people leverage on your popularity to get out there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you look at my album the first album I dropped, for instance, which was in 2007,
Right.
it had about 75%, emerging talent at the time. Although if you go back to it now, you would find like
They're
90% big names, but at that time they were
Emerging.
So that was the idea. Like, okay, we're gonna put about 20-25% big names, including myself,
Right.
to attract you to the project.
That's right.
And then on that project, you're gonna discover a lot of other people.
Great stuff.
But I think right now, for every other
spec has
person,
changed.
it's 100% big names. So everybody's chasing the A-list, and I think, really, to be honest with you, I feel like that wasn't the essence of it in the first place.
How important is image equity, which is branding,
Yeah.
for a DJ?
It's key. You're a showbiz person. You're into entertainment. If you're into entertainment, presence is key. Your image is everything. It's not everything, but it's most part of it. So you need to build that as well. I've seen a lot of great DJs that don't back that up with presence.
Right.
And they've not gone so far. And I've seen a lot of DJs that are just average, but the PR and some other stuff, put them up there like they're the biggest thing. I'm not in support of either. I feel like you should balance it.
True.
If you're gonna be, really be loud about yourself, back it up with some level of skills.
That's right.
And if you're gonna be, if you're gonna have all the skills in the world, don't be lazy and ignore the fact that people need to know about you. And you need to have that presence as well, so.
Talking about skills is very important. We speak about scratching as a DJ. I know I've seen like a Calvin Harris play, a David Guetta play without necessarily scratching. They just mix. Scratching, for the most part, the birth was from hip hop, right?
Yeah.
So in a party, is it necessary to really scratch?
I'll be honest with you. It is necessary for a DJ to be able to, do that. But whether it's necessary for you to do everywhere you go is another thing. You understand what I'm saying? But as a DJ,
You should be able to.
should be able to. So what I always tell people, it depends on the genre of music, first of all.
Right.
There's some genre of music that you deal with. If you're dealing mostly with EDM, house, and all that, that's not your forte. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if you're dealing with a lot of hip-hop, R&B style DJing, then it would not be nice that you have, because really, you need to do a lot of cuts. Cuts would have to do with your ability to scratch as well, But, I always tell people, when people are grooving, they don't dance to scratches. They dance to the music, So minimal, application of everything, I think everything just needs to be applied in moderation, But some other people get carried away and they think is a DJ championship. It's not. If it's a DJ championship, then you bring all the stunts and all the skills. You understand what I'm saying? But if it's a groove, it's a party, keep it all balanced.
Keep it balanced.
Yeah.
So people would say that being a DJ is a male-domineering business. And I would like emphasis on the fact that it's a male-domineering business based on choice.
Yes.
You know, because for the most part, people would think as though, I'm like, is anybody stopping a female DJ from being a
Okay,
DJ?
so I think that would be something that started from the beginning.
Right.
I started DJing as a vinyl DJ.
Right.
And you carry crates of records, loads of crates of records. They're heavy.
Right.
Now, that would be masculine because you have heavy records to carry. So ladies might not be attracted to it. So there were very, very, very few ladies in DJing at the beginning. And I think that was when it was seen as a masculine job because it has to do with, you know, carrying loads of records. Now it is not like that. So it's more gender, whatever gender friendly right now. It's flash drive, it's hard drive, it's laptop. You know, everybody can do that. So you have a lot more female now. You know, but from the onset, it's been seen as a male, a masculine job. But all that, I guess, is changing. I can name off the top of my head, I can tell you 10 DJs now, right now, female. You know, just around my own, you know, environment.
Quite impressive. Yeah. Before, I mean, I just said there's a lot I really want to speak about, but I would like to touch base with. What is your take on? This is very random. In politics, would you consider running for office?
No, I wouldn't run for office, but I could take up appointment if I'm given that.
Okay.
You know, but I'm not the type to go around printing posters and going around all the words and local governments to say.
In what area would you like to be considered? I mean, if at all it happens.
Yeah, I mean, in my own constituency, or what about my own area of specialization, which would be in the area of entertainment. You know, and I pride myself to say right now, I'm probably longest serving.
No doubt.
No. With due respect to some people.
I mean,
you know, a few people.
Longest serving evolved over time, been with every generation.
Sunny Ade is around.
But the reality of King Sunny Ade, shout out to King Sunny Ade, is when I say evolve over time, is what I mean in that context is the fact that what a lot of people would have for King Sunny Ade is the utmost respect for he has done it to the most premium level. But when was the last time did an 18-year-old listen to a King Sunny Ade?
Last night or 2 nights ago. Because he played at a wedding I played as well. And I saw a lot of young...
And they could sing along to it.
That's
amazing. Yeah. I haven't seen that in a minute.
You know,
because I listened to it. So in my mind,
you know,
if I play
let's not deviate from...
Yes.
But I understand what you're saying, really, to be honest with you. And I think really, in terms of every angle of entertainment as a whole, you know, I've been part of it, you know, for so long. Longer than everybody.
Actively.
If anybody's been around longer, not being around, being active longer.
Actively, yeah.
You know, yeah.
Okay, sounds pretty good. 2019, what do you want for a year?
I take it one day at a time. I hope it will be a greater year for everyone. You know, I'm hoping that 2019 would be, especially for the country. I think we're becoming a country where we laugh at everything, and a lot of things are going bad, but we just make jokes out of them and let them get by. You know, we need to start realizing that the world is moving real fast and we're not catching up. You know, so I'm hoping that we can, you know, as a country, wake up to that reality and know that, look, we can't continue to just take everything as jokes, and we can't just continue to laugh over serious issues and move on. You know, so we need to, you know, take our rightful space in the world. I mean, this is the most populous black nation in the world.
Crazy.
But we're not, you know, we're not living up to that.
We're not at all. Yeah. I know. Well, by the way, guys, I learned how to DJ in about 30 minutes. I mean, just get started. Not like I'm on the most...
Well, you could rock a party.
I could rock a party now.
Yeah.
Courtesy. Thank you so much, sir. I don't take that for granted. Before I let you on, last question. This is integral because social media it's a very important part. Knowing fully well that your career, before social media, you were right there on top. I would assume that when the birth of social media came, were you reluctant to get on it, or
No. I'm that guy that I'm always. I'm always ahead of what's coming.
Right.
Because I'm like, okay, I hear this is about to happen. How do I get into that?
Nice.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So I'm like getting to it before. So by the time, I mean, I've been on I've been on every social media platform, Twitter, everyone, MySpace, whatever, long before you find 1,000 Nigerians on it.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like always, before you find 1,000 Nigerians, and we have almost 200 million Nigerians. Before you find 1,000, I'm one of those. Yeah, you know. So I'm looking like, what's next? What's next, man? For me, you know, being around for so long, you get bored sometimes. So you're like, what's new?
Yeah,
what's the new?
yeah.
And then if it's whether good or bad, you get in it. You realize it's not so good, you get out of it,
yeah.
you know, so.
But at least you made it.
But you get into it, yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by. Up the top, cool DJ Jimmy Jatt, ladies and gentlemen. Legendary, 30 years of experience and counting. We'll be back.